So get this, what if we could power our cities with a fuel made from used French fry oil? I know, it sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But today we're going to dive into biodiesel. It's a cleaner fuel that's already changing the game when it comes to waste and energy.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You're just walking down the street, maybe enjoying the day, and then a huge city bus pulls away from the curb, and suddenly you're standing right in the middle of a thick, dark cloud of exhaust. That stuff? That's particulate matter. Soot from a regular old diesel engine. And it's a huge source of air pollution in our cities. But what if we could totally change what's coming out of that tailpipe? What if the fuel in that bus was actually renewable? And what if it came from a source you would never in a million years expect and was way, way better for the air that we're all breathing? Yeah, it sounds a little wild, but we are literally talking about taking everyday waste, like that used cooking oil from restaurants, and turning it into a really high-quality fuel. So let's get into it. Welcome to the world of biodiesel. Okay, so what is this stuff exactly? Well, biodiesel is a fuel that's made from renewable biological sources, so not fossil fuels. We're talking about things like vegetable oils, animal fats, even that recycled grease from your favorite restaurant. It's a clean-burning fuel that can be used as a direct alternative to standard diesel. And here's the real kicker, the absolute game changer. You can use this fuel in most standard diesel engines. A lot of the time, you don't even need any major modifications. That makes it a super practical drop-in solution for, say, city bus fleets, like right now. And the sources for it are surprisingly varied. You've got your common vegetable oils, leftover animal fats, and of course, those recycled greases we mentioned. But get this. Scientists are even figuring out how to make it from algae. It's really all about getting creative and using the stuff we've already got. So how in the world do you turn greasy, used-up oil into a clean, efficient fuel? The chemistry behind it is actually surprisingly straightforward. Let's break down the basic recipe. Okay, the official name is transesterification. I know, it sounds super complicated, but trust me, just think of it like a high-tech recipe. It's basically a four-step process. First, you start with your fat or oil. Then you add an alcohol, usually methanol. Step 3, you add a catalyst, which is what really kicks off the reaction. And voila! The molecules do their thing, rearrange themselves, and you're left with clean biodiesel fuel. I mean, the transformation is just incredible, isn't it? You start with this thick, greasy waste product, and through this process, it's chemically rebuilt into this clean, golden fuel that's ready to go right into an engine. All right, so the science is definitely cool, but let's bring it back to that bus on the street corner. What does this actually mean for us, living and breathing in our cities every day? What's the real-world impact? And this, my friends, is where it gets really, really exciting. Because the drop in harmful emissions isn't just like a small tweak. It is genuinely staggering. So brace yourselves for these numbers. First up, compared to regular petroleum diesel, biodiesel cuts that black soot we were talking about, particulate matter, by a whopping 47%. Just that one change alone makes the air in our cities so much cleaner and healthier to breathe. But wait, there's more. It also slashes the hydrocarbons, the stuff that creates all that city-choking smog, by 67%. We're talking clearer skies, a difference in air quality you can actually see. And now for the big one. This is huge. Over its entire life cycle, from growing the crops all the way to the tailpipe, biodiesel can reduce greenhouse gas emissions by up to 86%. 86! That is a monumental win for the climate, no question about it. So here's the bottom line. Biodiesel isn't just a fuel. It's this powerful example of how we can be turning today's waste into tomorrow's cleaner air. It's about rethinking what's possible. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? I mean, if we can power a city bus with the leftovers from making French fries, what other waste are we just overlooking? What other amazing solutions are just sitting there waiting for us to find them? If you thought this was cool and you want more deep dives into energy topics, all broken down and made simple, then you know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to Energy Simply Explained so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for tuning in.